Plan now to attract ideal clients, not only just for 2025, but for many years out. You need a strategy for long term opportunities. This is episode number 345 of the My Online Toolbox Weekly Quick Tips and Reminders in all facets of marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads, amplifying more quality. We want to thank both Workboot Consulting and Contractor Foreman for that exciting end of year free webinar for marketing tune up. We're going to try to get this online over the next week or two. I'll let you know when it's posted. We just can't keep up. But that was the last detailed end of year presentation to give you a good two handfuls or more of tips real fast to implement to help turbocharge to get yourself started for 2025. And we have one more exciting presentation. We're doing a real life case study. This has just been a fantastic series that we're thankful for with construction programs and results, also known as Markup and Profit, where we have a very successful long-term builder remodeler where we offer an open workshop where we introduce the company. We give very, very limited information just to get people to see the big picture, but then we have it as an open session where you could talk freely amongst your peers to share your problems, share your challenges, and get other people, let alone someone who has been successful for over 20 years doing this. But here's the kicker, too, and we're going to just give you a slight whet your appetite to realize as successful as this person was and continues to be for almost the first 18 or 19 years of his business, forgive me if I'm not perfect here, his marketing was non existent. So now he utilized the last year to get rid of that thorn in his side. And just to give you a quick appetite, because it's not going to be a marketing presentation, all we're going to do is quickly show that even when somebody is in business for 20 years, they still had a weakness, which was marketing, and we fixed it. And now where they were at the beginning of last year was even worse than what you're seeing on the left-hand side of that performance index and visibility chart. But now they're ending the year at the strongest they've ever been, but they were already a strong company. But there's always room for improvement. So take a moment, check it out. For anybody, I can't go quick enough. And if you don't subscribe to the Markup and Profit newsletter, just send My Online Toolbox a quick email to get the link to this presentation. It's a fantastic opportunity to network for free. It's invaluable when you sit around peers where you could talk comfortably and get answers directly from the horse's mouth. No hype, just results. Please check it out. It's the last one of the year. And again, that's at Markup and Profit, Construction Programs and Results, or just quickly reach out to My Online Toolbox and we'll send you the sign up link if you don't have it. I'll try to get it up quickly. I just can't keep up with all this stuff as the volume is picking up towards the end of the year. Last week, we were talking about victories for a strong brand. And do you envy or fear these real results? And then the week before that, we were talking about false victories. Both of these two episodes were showing the negatives and positives when new people join your company to quote unquote assist with the marketing, but they're really just helping out from a technical perspective, but they don't necessarily understand brand marketing. They don't understand the industry. They don't understand your company, but their fingers are typing away. And sometimes some of these results that are coming are really not the short-term gains that are being generated by that person. They're really a residual from the long-term gains, and it takes time for many people to appreciate it. Something that we notice too, we just like to share because there's so many people listening to these videos that don't interact with comments and likes. So we just want to remind you, especially the owners, that something we see, and it's not done, it's not done maliciously. We find that for whatever the reason may be, when we share the details, remember, we're not all about hype. We do, for years, show real examples. And it seems that when people see positive examples, such as the one we did last, showing how over 1 year, how we were able to sustain massive quality even when new people joined the company, that seems to be the time where for some reason many technical folk feel a little bit intimidated, I guess is the best word to use, and they disconnect us from all of the ranking metrics that we've been connected to. And so we just notice it. We watch the drop off. We're not mad. We're just making you be aware that for some reason we were connected to you for years, and now somebody's following us slowly. Sometimes you're sharing this information with one of your new people, and their reaction is, oh, they thought that we were showing your stuff. And sometimes we're just randomly choosing an example. We never show the company name to embarrass anyone, but the problem is the results. They're real. And if the reaction by your in house person is to feel that they're being called out because the negative side of the business, which was took us years to build, is being shown, and they don't want us to see it, we're not going to bother you anyway. So we always have hope to help for the long-term goals, but we know that it's not always sustainable, especially when new people join your company. But the results are going to be a detriment to you if you're not aware of what it took to build in the first place. So we're just making you be aware for the people that like us out there as time went by, but now there's a feeling to disconnect us from the tools that we were connected to. We're not taking offense to it. We're just aware that these posts stimulate on the positive side of the results. It stimulates new marketers disconnecting us just to basically cover themselves that we're not looking. And we're really not, because we're not engaged, we're not being paid, but we just wanted to bring that to your attention. So just make sure you're connected to the tools, that you're able to see the results as the long term goes by. But anyway, now for this episode, planning now. My online toolbox clients have been indoctrinated to plan, not for just next week, not for next month, but for quarter after quarter after year. The problem is the many people who have joined your company don't know how to plan in the first place. So take a moment to start laying out the strategy that made you successful in the first place. Because if somebody's not sitting down and going through the steps to plan, you could bet they're just going by gut instinct on a weekly basis, and in a blink of an eye, you're already now going on things gut instinct on a monthly and quarterly basis, and that's when it catches up to you. So we even have an idea about how to build a new class about planning, because we've more been focused in at the detail level with the education classes at least, but we want you to take a moment to force somebody in your company to build a plan. What does that mean? Well, for people who have been with My Online Toolbox for years, you know what that means, because we're not going to give that away for free, but possibly use this to reach out to us if you've inadvertently forgot about planning and you want to say, hey, let's kickstart this in the early part of 2025, since I missed out the end of 2024. So be it, send us a note. But if you've left us, or you are following us for the years using your own resources, make sure you have some form of a plan in action. And also remember, don't forget about the competition. For some reason, many people like to build out a quick little map of whatever it is they think they're going to do, and they're not paying attention to what the competition is doing. And we've talked about that extensively, so keep that in mind too when you're building out your plan in order to get to where you think you're going in 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years out. Also, reminder for all of those people out there that the My Online Toolbox basic and advanced classes for marketing for this industry only have been completely updated this year. It's an essential skill that if they don't know it, for you to spend less than $1,000 for both the basic and advanced class and force your people to spend 3 to 5 days in really being targeted and understanding the stuff for your company, you're missing the boat on something that could really change your trajectory for many years out. This is My Online Toolbox reminding you to like us and even comment every once in a while. We'd like to hear from you on Facebook or YouTube for the weekly quick tips. Check out the weekly featured projects. We're actually hitting our 190th featured project this week on Instagram. And never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week. Hope to see you at that presentation that we're having on Wednesday. And have a great week, and we'll see you next week.